snake dance. Whew. Oh, looks. So let me give some context to this video. I'm out here right now at Ober Mountain Bike Park in Gatlinburg, Tennessee, and basically I'm working on the bike patrol for the park this summer. So yeah, I'm out here, pretty much gonna be here every day, just riding around, patrolling the trails, you know, doing maintenance, stuff like that. And yeah, I'm gonna make some videos about it. So yep, it's basically my summer job, and it'll be pretty fun, I think. So yep, we out here at Ober Mountain morning clearing run, and I'm doing flying squirrel. All right, here we go, flying squirrel. Let's take a look here. Just looking for stuff to take off of the trail. There we go, get that stick out of the way. Any crazy rocks or something that shouldn't be in the trail. There's some squirrels. Why they call it flying squirrel, huh? Alright. Let's get that out of the way. Well, let's get this out of the way too. Yeet! Okay. Big brunch right here. Let's get that out of the way. There we go. Bunch of little branches everywhere. We had a massive storm last night. So lots of water. And we're looking for anything down. Anything crazy like yeah. So this isn't the normal kind of video I post on the channel, but I figured start recording this stuff because it's kind of cool. We're just clearing all the trails here before we open it up to the guests. Alright, more sticks. So far, nothing too big. Nothing I need a chainsaw for. Ooh, there we go. Also, maybe keep an eye out for the bears. Don't want to run into one of those this morning. Alright. Nothing crazy. Alright, this looks pretty normal. Flying squirrel on the left here. Okay. Okay, still nothing crazy here. To the left here, that's the Yeti. But we're clearing flying squirrel here. Alright, looks pretty good. Nothing out of the ordinary. I'm literally just sitting down. Alright. Those look normal. Alright. Perfect. Hell yeah. Okay. I think flying squirrel was good. And that's flying squirrel. cleared.
When he's here, half the time he's got other people covering him if they're not, because he's working the other job.
All right, we're about to clear Snake Dance Hellbender. The two blacks. Oh, double black is Hellbender. But we start on High Roller. All right, let's give it a shot. Little bit wet today. I just cleared Flying Squirrel, but we're back up here now. I'm gonna go make sure the two blacks are good to go. Let's hope I don't run into a bear. I'm assuming this trail has been cleared already, just not Snake Dance Hellbender. And we kind of got our work cut out for us. I was riding Snake Dance Hellbender yesterday, and I mean, yesterday was still pretty gnarly. I can't imagine when it's kind of wet if it'll be even worse, but we'll see. Nothing out of the ordinary yet. Ooh, this is where it gets kind of sketchy.
Operations gonna copy.
Let me get these out of the way.
Tennessee Flyer now open.
Oh shit. There's some sticks on the trail here. Yeah, that's a really nice loamy section. Yeah. All right, let's keep going. I think they cleared the tree yesterday, so yep, no tree anymore. All right, that's pretty cool. Ooh. I mean, nothing here besides some little branches. What is this, Hellbender? Okay, we're gonna clear Hellbender. I believe Hellbender is the really steep one, but we'll find out. Oh, there it is. On the right here. That's Goldilocks. Okay, that's the one I was talking about. I actually haven't ridden the rest of Hellbender besides the drop. This looks pretty easy. There's a chipmunk. Yeah, okay. Nothing crazy here. Okay. Yeah. Ooh. Not gonna hit the drop just yet, but it looks clear. Oh yeah. That part is weird. Not a big fan of that. Yeah, the rest of this looks pretty good. And then I gotta learn how to ride that. Looks pretty fun. Alright. Nothing too bad. Alright, everything's clear. Just did Snake Dance and Hellbender. They're clear.
Copy that, operations. You copy?
Yeah. That was built during the early 1990s. What it
Well, I've been sent from the top here. One of the trails this morning was closed, called Joyride, and we're just now getting it opened back up, so I'm just gonna ride over there and, you know, open the trail for the public. So, let's see. I've never actually ridden Joyride, so this will be fun. So yeah, if you've never been to Ober, it's usually a ski resort in the winter, and a couple years ago they opened up some mountain bike trails for the summer, so that's what they do in the summers now. And yeah, it's not too bad actually. They're actually kind of fun, pretty close to Knoxville, Gatlinburg area. Let's see, which one is Joyride? Right here. There it is. Joyride is closed. And we're about to open it up. Go. Trail opened. There we go. And then we're gonna ride the rest of it. Make sure it is actually clear. Yeah, this is one of our greens. The other one is Easy Street. So yeah, pretty mellow trail here. The other ones, you know, a lot of people don't really talk about the trails here, but they got some new ones that are actually pretty difficult if you're into that. Some loamers, some steep tech, little wet spot here. And I will say though, if you're scared of bears, there's definitely bears out here. In fact, I think, well, yesterday was my first day working, and I saw I saw a mama bear and 2 cubs, and she was just hanging out on the trail, well, in the forest, but you could see them from the lift. It was kind of crazy. I've never seen a bear like that in person. So, yeah. You might actually encounter one while you're riding, which is not always confidence inspiring. You know, I don't want to come up on a bear when I'm riding, but yeah. Alright, so far pretty clear. Kind of pedally, but this is one of the easier, longer trails, so. Little wet spot there. But yeah, this is why in my previous video I was testing those big rotors, you know. I'm gonna be out here at Ober all summer, so I was like, I want to beef up my brakes, you know. And also I plan on visiting other bike parks over the summer, so it's just gonna be a very bike park packed summer, which will be pretty fun. You know, I plan on going to places like maybe Rock Creek, Canoga, you know, maybe Jared's Place, some more Windrock, Wildside. We've got so many bike parks in the vicinity of the Knoxville area. It's just a lot of bike parks I gotta try out, you know. Wildside just opened up new trails last week. A lot of big jumps. I want to check those out, so I might make a video on those soon, depending on when I can get out there. But yeah, for now I'm just working it over and, you know, making some videos on the trails here. Hope you enjoy them. And yeah, if you ever see me, you know, if you guys ever want to come out to Ober, you can come say hi if I'm here. But yeah. Alright, we just opened the green. I'm gonna go back up, and I've got some free time, so I'm gonna go rip a lap of the black trail. I think it's called Goldilocks. I hope it's not too slippery after the rain, because it is really steep. Really steep loamer, tech trail kind of thing. But yeah, I'll get you guys a video of that. So really the only big feature they got on this mountain is right there. I don't know if the camera can see it. It's in the dark area, but it's a nice drop feature thingy. But yeah, that's about the biggest feature they got. Big drop, big jump, and then that's not really a drop, but it's just a steep ramp. But yeah, we got this nice ski lift, which is really cool. You just put your bike on it and sit on the ski lift all the way to the top. No climbing necessary, which is really nice. But yeah, there's the drop. Maybe you can see it now. I don't know. It's in the shadows. It's kind of hard to see. It's over there. I haven't hit it yet. I believe it's in my skill level. I'll just have to size it up a few more times before I actually send it, but looks pretty sick. Alright, so I'm going to do a lap now. We're going to start on high roller, get into snake dance, and then there's another trail here. It's not on the map. It's called Goldilocks, and I think it goes somewhere around here, and it ends up on Hellbender. But it's a double black, I think, very steep, very loamy. It's a fun trail, but definitely pretty technically advanced. But so far, it's one of my favorites. So let's check it out. So the main issue is that, you know, it's pretty wet. And so when you have a super steep trail like that in the wet, it's a little sketchy. So we'll see if, you know, if it's rideable. If it's not rideable, I'm just going to skip it. But I do want to get a video of it because it's a cool trail. Alright, so you want to start up with the glades here. That's what they call it. It's a nice little flowy section with some jumps. And then I think up here you kind of just go straight into snake dance. Nice little jump right here into snake dance. Oh, I didn't start my Strava. Alright, whatever. I just started it. Okay. Sorry for that. Anyways, through here. And this is already kind of steep and loamy. But it's fun. Nothing too crazy. Into a little jump here. Oh, everything's running slow right now, so the jumps are a little harder to clear. And then up here, I think, is where... Whew. Okay. You start on Hellbender, I believe. Oh, it's right here. Yep. There it is. Goldilocks. Double black. And, whew. Oh my god. Yeah, okay. Very steep trail. Probably can't tell on camera, but it's so steep. Honestly, it gripped pretty good in the wet though. Not too terrible. And then we're back on Hellbender. A little tight berm here into the drop. I do want to size this up real quick. Yeah, here's the drop. You kind of come through here, nice long run up, and I've heard it's not quite a high-speed drop. Yeah. It doesn't look that bad. I don't know why I'm kind of scared, but let's take another look at it. Ooh. Right, so you kind of just pull up on it and all right. Nah. We'll come back and do it another day. I think right now I'm just not quite back in that shape yet to be doing these features. You know. And if you come here, be careful, okay? Right after this looks like a jump. It is not. Or at least like the landing is not a good landing. It's like banked straight down, so beware of that. There's a drop right here I haven't hit yet. I keep skipping it, but it doesn't look that bad, to be honest. Oh yeah. Finally ripping a lap. I've been watching the lift all day, so haven't really got to touch the bike this much today. Mostly been just watching the lift, which is fine. I mean, it's fun. But now we get to rip a lap. I'm so excited. Alright, so we're going on Uncle Chuck's, which is right here. A little steep, but nothing like the other trail. And then we've got Bear Witch here. Very off camber and loamy here. And then this is Beer Run. Oh, that's such a tight turn. All right. And then I'm back onto whatever this trail is. I don't know. That's fun though. It's like a little offshoot loamer trail. Not too shabby. Flying squirrel. This one's fast. If you've been to Wildside, this is like their very nice trail. Very fast. Sharp turn, and then we're gonna do the Yeti, one of my favorites. See that drop kind of over there? It's that wooden diving board. I'm gonna give it a shot, maybe this lap. I think I should try. I don't know. I mean, it's not a huge drop. It's just really blind. Like, you can't see the landing until you're right up on the edge of the takeoff. So it's a little scary. But I know that once I've done it, then it'll be fine. But it's just doing it for the first time. But yeah, we just ripped a lap. We're going back up. I think we're gonna try Snake Dance and Hellbender again and do the drop. Well, I want to try the drop. We're gonna give it a shot here. All right. Hellbender's the one with the big drop on this side. You get off the lift, go left this way into the glades. I think that's what they call it. God, sketchy landing there. Snake dance. Whew, that's funny. It's like a hip jump, but I hit it straight on. Oh, all right. Hellbender. We're gonna skip Goldilocks this time. I think I've had enough of that one today. Trying to visualize myself hitting that drop right now. Okay. Oh my God. I went a little slow. I think we can carry a little more speed into that. That was not as bad as I thought it would be. Okay, next time, just gotta go a little faster. Gotcha. But that wasn't bad for a first hit, I think. But now I know I can hit it, so. And I hit that drop, that's cool. I actually have been skipping that one, but looks like I got some added confidence from that. All right, sick. Oh. Great trail. Gotta love Uncle Chuck. Let's finish Uncle Chuck. I don't think I've ridden the rest of this one. It looked pretty clear to me. No one seemed to be dying. And then flying squirrel over here. And the Yeti, this bad boy right here. Looks good to me. All right, that I think is the end almost.